Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Chelsea update, where we look at the past two games for Chelsea against Stoke and PSG, and we look forward to tomorrow's game at Everton in the FA Cup. So please join me for the Steve's Chelsea update. Hi everybody, welcome to the Chelsea update, and been a mixed week. We started off on Saturday against Stoke City, and we had that midweek game in the Champions League against PSG, and I think we all know how that turned out, but we'll look at a few more details later on in this short podcast. So let's start at the bridge, shall we? Well, Chelsea took on Stoke City. It was a 1-1 draw. Many felt 2 points lost, as many thought we were going to move further up the league, but it wasn't to happen, was it? So let's have a quick look at the teams. As you see, Peso was on the bench. Also, Zagra, I don't know if I pronounce his name right, the central defender we got from the US, he was on the bench as well. And also Clark Salter, one of the youth players, was on the bench as well, which gave you an indication of how Gus perhaps was thinking on Saturday for the Wednesday game. Traore came in instead of Costa, and he had quite a good game. He played until the 68th minute, where he was replaced by Remy. Many who saw the game weren't too impressed with Remy's efforts when he came on. Also, Gus made changes in the 63rd minute. Loftus-Cheek came on for Hazard. Again, people weren't too impressed with his contribution to the game. He has his lack of urgency, so we could say, getting back to the main action. And also Fabregas came on for the last 10 minutes, so the 82nd minute for Matic. Was it a good result? Well, Stoke are quite a good side. They didn't give up. They went for it. I think once Loftus-Cheek came on, I think they even gave him more of a perhaps to dominate midfield, and they got a goal in the 83rd or 85th minute by Diouf, as you pronounce, and which cancelled out the great opener in the first half by Traore, a great volley in the 39th minute. A quick look at the stats. Chelsea had 49%, Stoke, the away team, had 51%, which was a bit of a surprise. Shots 20 to Chelsea, 17 Stoke. 7 on target for Chelsea, 5 for Stoke. Corners 8 to 4, and 9 to 10 for fouls for Chelsea and Stoke. So, were we happy or not? I don't know. As I say, many thought it was 2 points wasted. Some questioned some of the subs that came on. We want to give Loftus-Cheek a chance, but he's got to perhaps make it more of an impact, I think, if he's going to come on as sub. Perhaps we'll see later on in the season. Right, let's move on to the next game, shall we? Which was the PSG game in the Champions League. Here are the teams. Stop your video if you want to pause the video if you want to have a more deeper look. It's basically the same team again. As you see, Costa was back from his injury. He only lasted to the 60th minute when he was replaced by Traore, and Hazard played to the 77th minute, and he was replaced by Oscar. On the bench, you should see no surprises. What surprised me, if you look at the stats when I put the attendance up, was the crowd, which was 37,000, which I thought was quite low. I noticed on the TV highlights a few of the Matthew Harding's backs rows were empty. At the top of the tier. I know that PSG was quite full up the other end. It was quite a good atmosphere, but as I say, I'm expecting 40,000 for a game. I know they have to for UEFA's rulings, they have to keep the first couple of rows clear for safety reasons. But as you know, PSG, who were already 2-1 up from the Paris game in Paris, or the leg in Paris, and they scored in the 16th minute by Rabiot. And Ivanovic, or Zoltan Ivanovic, I can't pronounce his name, okay. He scored 1-1 in the 67th minute, which practically killed off the tie. Costa scored a great goal in the 27th minute. Unfortunately, he went off, as we mentioned, in the 60th minute, as I mentioned earlier. So it was disappointing. Many felt a few of the players didn't put the effort in. It's great. It's great to hear the reaction from Chelsea fans, especially when they ring in on the phone-ins and everything. And some go over the top, and some give a realistic view of the game. Some look towards the future, and some look towards perhaps players going in and some players leaving at the end of the season. Names already being mentioned, like Costa, like Hazard, like perhaps even Courtois might get picked up. You don't know until we get to the end of the season. Let's look at the stats, shall we? Chelsea had 37. PSG has 63. This shows how bad Chelsea were. Shots 15 to 10. On target 7 to 5 and 5 to 4 in corners and 16 to 3 in fouls. Or Chelsea being all the ones in the first reading. So it's a disappointing night. It was a lot of people came away being a bit flat about it. I was actually expecting a 1-1 draw. When it got to 1-1, I thought that's what it's going to be. When they got an extra goal, this Zoltan, whatever his name is, got to go. I thought that's it. We're out. I didn't think we can get far anyway. At the moment in the Champions League, as we all know, Bayern Munich and Barca are miles ahead of anybody else. I watched the Real Madrid game, and they look a bit suspect at the back, so I won't put them as favourites. PSG think they have a chance. Probably third or fourth ranking at the moment out of the four teams. Wait and see. Good luck to PSG and to David Luiz as well. I saw an interview David Luiz gave, and he was quite positive about Chelsea for the rest of the season, which I found a bit strange. But it was nice to hear him talk like that. So what do we have left for the rest of the season? We have the FA Cup. So tomorrow, the game is on BBC One. It's a 5:30 kickoff at Goodison Park. We go to Everton, and that will be it basically. If we can save our season. Gus at the press conference today says JT's in the squad. Whether he plays or not is another matter. He will go to Liverpool. He's going to double check on Costa this afternoon. Hazard wants to play. Many fans were angry about the PSG game because at half time the camera spotted him changing shirts or giving the shirt to Di Maria, which is a bit strange. And even if you saw Roy Keane on the highlights, he used to play for Manchester United, he wasn't impressed one little bit. He said they should have done it either off the pitch, in the tunnel or whatever. But at half time, in front of all the fans, it doesn't give a very good impression. So Hazard, even then, there's a quote around by his father saying he has a hip injury. The reason he's not coming back to the sort of standards that he set last season. Gus sort of explained it a bit more at the press conference today, and they're analysing, as they always do with their medical team, to see why he's not performing. He thinks they all got different opinions. We'll wait and see, but many thought that was he was signing off for Chelsea in the Wednesday game, but we'll have to wait and see. He may be around next season. We never know. Football is football. The time when we can guarantee players will be around next season have long gone, unfortunately. Do we stand a chance at Everton? They're a hit and miss team at the moment. We lost up there. Can we go back now and recreate the performance of last season? We won, was it 6-3? I don't think it'll be that tomorrow. But it's on, as I say, it's on BBC at 5:30. They start at kickoff. Kickoff is 5:30. Somebody said 5:50 on the radio. This was completely wrong. But yeah, 5:30 kickoff, and we hope for the best. So I hope you enjoyed this short podcast. I'm just a fan. Follow me on social media. I'll put the links up during this short podcast. Different things you can follow me on: Flipboard, Google+, Twitter. Anyway, that's it. Let's keep our fingers crossed up the Chelsea. Keep it blue. And just see if we can keep our hopes alive for the rest of the season. If not, it could be a rebuilding job, and we better get used to it. No more Champions League football at Chelsea. If it does come back season after next, it won't be at the Bridge, because hopefully by then the new stadium will be plans will be underway, and they'll be rebuilding that. So it may have been, as someone tweeted in the week, it may have been the last game at the Bridge for Champions League football. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Till next time, my name's Steve Hadlow, and this has been the Chelsea Update. Cheers.